Guardians fleshed out what each of the gems were and what they could do, and it established the threat that Infinity War. It was that established threat that Infinity War benefited from. Because the big MacGuffin, the content, we went in knowing these gems, once he gets them, boy, they can't do nothing with them. They don't want to see him. No smoke for Thanos. You know what I'm saying? While we did see these other gems before. Yeah. That scene with the Collector is one of my favorite scenes in that movie.
No, the scene with the Collector is the scene outside of Infinity War. Mm-hmm. Outside of Infinity War, the scene with the Collector is the scene the gems.
Yeah. That was their origin story right there, the gems origin story.
No, facts.
And sub point, the fact that we got to see the Celestials for the first time.
Nowhere.
Like, that was Ashram. That was Ashram.
Yeah.
Like, the judge. Like, that was him. Also, sub point, I laughed hard as shit when Star-Lord, after seeing that, said, "There's a little pee coming out of me."
Facts. Indeed. All right. Let me see. Your point is rock solid. I don't, like I said, there are clearly they had to have the stones in other movies.
Yeah, they did,
but nothing did them justice. Nothing did them justice like Guardians except Infinity War.
Yeah,
and it kind of like Guardians. So before Guardians, they were a deal to us.
Yeah,
because we're comic book fans.
Right.
At Guardians, they're a big deal to everyone.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I yield the floor to your other point.
Okay. I think I'm gonna skip around.
All right. That's what I did too. So.
Self-contained stakes. I submit to you that not talking about a person dying, because if we're simply talking about death toll, this would probably be Civil War. But Infinity War had the biggest stakes. Because here's what I hate that people do. I hate that people that aren't fans of the MCU say shit like Infinity War was not a complete movie.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
That's dumb.
That shit is dumb.
That's dumb.
Yo.
Just because you know what the story is. So, all right, for instance, Harry Potter. Harry Potter is based on books.
Good point.
If you are a fan of the books, you know that there are things beyond this first movie.
Exactly.
Just because there are things that are coming does not mean that this first movie was not a complete movie.
Facts.
So I hate that is one of my
story is set out to tell.
Exactly. So I hate that argument. So
that's a sorry argument.
So we have to deal with what we were presented.
Right.
And
Thanos won.
What we were presented is Thanos won.
He won.
Thanos won. Half of the galaxy's mightiest heroes are gone.
Not to mention that half of the heroes we never even heard of still out there in the universe.
Facts. So self-contained stakes is pretty much this point. Self-contained stakes.
I really don't have a true rebut for that because, I mean, it's a fact. It's just a fact. The only thing that I will remind the audience is that if not for Guardians, you wouldn't have cared about the rest of the universe. That's all I'm going to say.
That is
without Guardians. It's not even a rebut.
That is a partial fact. Only because of what happened with Thor Ragnarok.
Well, okay. But Thor Ragnarok.
And yes, Thor Ragnarok
came after.
Thor Ragnarok definitely came, but it was.
And it was inspired by. Oh my God.
No, hold on. It was inspired by Guardians. However, it represented a place previously untouched.
That's true. But it was only one place.
No.
Listen. You had Sakaar,
Yeah.
and then you had Asgard.
And hell. And hell.
And hell,
And
but we didn't go there for real. We did learn about it though. She was trapped in hell, and they talked about it. But in Guardians, clearly it was nowhere. It was the planet with the fucking Nova Core.
Facts.
It was
Xandar.
Xandar, like that's the name of it, Xandar. Like it had a bunch of the place.
Rebuttal. Xandar was so unimportant that they decided to leave it out of Infinity War. That's not true. It's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true. That's not true. But it fits my argument.
This guy's ass.
That's not true, but it fits my argument.
Xandar was absolutely in
it. Was absolutely.
It was mentioned, and the destruction of it was mentioned. Nowhere was in there too, which we got introduced to in Guardians. But
Thanks.
I don't count what I said there as a rebut because it wasn't a rebut. It was merely reminding you that the things that make my overall argument is that the things that made Infinity War great owe a lot to the Guardians movie. All right. So